How's it going, everyone? Welcome to the stream. My name is Green Leader, and you guys are watching Green Squadron TV. This is a little podcast where I go over some of the news, trailers, announcements, whatnot from the games industry that have happened over the last week, and I just kind of give my opinion on it, respond to things, react to things, and just kind of take it from there. Tonight we got an interesting show ahead of us. We're checking out the new revealed trailer for Call of Duty Vanguard, which is apparently obviously the announcement for the next Call of Duty game, which is apparently going to be taking place in World War II. After that, we'll be checking out the new story trailer for Metroid Dread, which is a new Metroid game. I'm not sure if it's the same game as the Metroid that was announced over the summer. That looks to be like a return to the more traditional Metroidvania style game of like Super Metroid and the original Metroid. I don't know. We'll be checking that out. New story trailer, and then after that, we'll be checking out the video of the Pokemon Presents event, and we'll be just checking out all the new announcements from that, including the announcement for the remakes / remasters of Pokemon Black and White, as well as their announcement for their new game, Pokemon Arceus. I'm not sure how to actually say it because I haven't played actually any of the new Pokemon games since really. I think it was Ruby and Sapphire, so I'm not actually sure what the name is in reference to. Probably a legendary Pokemon of some kind. I'm not entirely sure. But before we get into that, let's first actually go over the Green Squadron game report. This was the feature that I brought up last week for the first time. Just me going over some of these news items that happened during the week that maybe doesn't actually have a video or anything that for me to really respond to. It's just more like this is just kind of what's happened. Can't speak tonight for whatever reason. But yeah, let's just go ahead and get into it. The Green Squadron games report. Starting out the week, 343 actually confirmed that the Halo Infinite bots that were reportedly teabagging people is in fact a bug and not a feature, which is frankly kind of hilarious. I hadn't actually been paying attention to the Halo Infinite multiplayer flight test thing, whatever they were doing over the last couple weeks. But apparently it's been somewhat reported that the bots are teabagging players that they had killed, which is kind of hilarious. And I'm actually a little sad they didn't lean into that because that's actually damn well hilarious and frankly well connected to Halo over the years. So a little sad they didn't lean into it, but I just think it's hilarious. Fortnite is apparently adding Wonder Woman to their roster, which is kind of a surprise to me, as I thought Wonder Woman was already in Fortnite, but okay, cool. Let's see. Indie game Lovecraft's Untold Stories 2 just got a new release trailer. It is getting an early access release in October. Looks like an interesting little indie game. Nothing really beyond that other than just check that out. Any Dead by Daylight fans? Some of you might be saddened by this. The Stranger Things license for Dead by Daylight is expiring November 17th. What this means is that new players or people who don't own the content already will not be able to purchase said content after November 17th. However, players who have already bought it will still have access to the characters and all the different outfits for / skins for all the different characters will still be available. But new players won't be able to buy it after November 17th. Along that same lines, Dead by Daylight is actually going to be adding a new character, Hellraiser, to their series. I'm not sure if they're doing that in response to losing the license or if they were already planning to do it anyway, but it is happening. Hellraiser is coming to Dead by Daylight, and apparently it is already available in the public test beta build. So, public test beta? No, it's the public test build. So, anyway. Excuse me. indie action RPG game Young Souls was just released on Stadia. I think August 17th. So it's already available. However, it is a timed exclusive for the Stadia. So currently, it is not available anywhere else. I was going to say no longer. It is only available on the Stadia, but it will be available on Xbox, PlayStation, PC, and Switch sometime during the fall. No release date has yet to be confirmed yet, however, for any of those releases. Also, in the indie game announcement, the adventure game Kraken Academy has got its release date of September 10th on PC. They did so via a release date trailer, which is actually looks pretty cool. It looks like a pretty fun little indie adventure. Not really a lot to add to that. Announced or teased for the no, it was announced. That's right. Dying Light 2. They're having a showcase that will be occurring during Gamescom 2021, and they've just confirmed that, so that's kind of cool. Any Dying Light fans will be able to get to see what the next game is going to be like at Gamescom 2021. More news in Fortnite. Fortnite added a new mode called Imposter, which is essentially Among Us. Some people who have played it are in fact claiming that it is so close to Among Us that it kind of comes off as outright copying Among Us. I'm not really sure how I feel about it because, again, I don't play Fortnite, so I'm not really going to be participating in that anyway. I don't really have a lot to add to it, but I think generally, in my opinion, if you're copying a game, you're not just copying a game, but you're using assets and you're using code. I have yet to see anything that says that they're doing that, so I don't think it's outright copying, in my opinion. But there are some claims that there's some copying going on. So. Cult classic El Shaddai is coming to Steam, and it will be released on September 2nd. In other news, CD Projekt Red, they're releasing a new major patch for Cyberpunk 2077. This is going to add a whole bunch of performance upgrades and updates to not only consoles but PC versions, as well as fixing a whole bunch of quests and stuff. Like their whole list of the patch releases and fixes and whatnot is actually very extensive. So this is going to be a pretty... I don't know how much of a game changer it's going to be, because I remember the last major update that was supposed to do a whole bunch of fixes didn't really affect my game so much, but this is definitely a chance to get back into it if you haven't played it in a while. Let's see. Next on the list, Splitgate. The free-to-play arena shooter that's supposedly a Portal meets Halo. Their open beta has been extended indefinitely. They were originally planning on launching in July for both console and PC, right? Before then, they were only on PC. They extended the beta to consoles as well to then release in August, but with it being essentially the last week in August, they've now come out and said, no, we're just going to keep it in open beta for the time being until we can get a better handle on the back end and all that other stuff. So, yeah. Splitgate is still in open beta, so go check it out. No full release yet, but sometime in the future, we don't know. No timeline has really been set yet. So. Okay. With that said, right now what's going on is we've got Quake. Is it QuakeCon? I could actually be entirely wrong on that. I think it's QuakeCon. Yes, it is QuakeCon. Yep. QuakeCon is going on right now, which is essentially turned into a giant Bethesda event because obviously Bethesda owns id Software now. Along with that, Bethesda decided to very sneakily release the Quake remaster. It was released as an update to Steam and I think the console versions as well. So if you own these games, you essentially now own the remaster for Quake, at least digitally anyway. And you can go check it out. It's available now. It's currently out. Like, they just pretty much came out and said, hey, this is happening. Apparently it was released a couple months ago, and so when they came out to release it or talk about it at QuakeCon, they were like, hey, here it is. It's available. Go check it out. So If you haven't bought it already, you'll have to buy it, but it's like $9.99. I mean, for a remaster, that's actually pretty good. And it adds a whole bunch of support, like widescreen support, and a whole bunch of updated, not necessarily mechanics, but just features for more modern gaming, which I think is pretty cool. Also, in Bethesda news, Bethesda is releasing a 10th anniversary edition of Skyrim. Remember how I was talking last week about GTA 5 and saying that both GTA 5 and Skyrim are kind of competing as to who's going to release more versions? And I was just kind of laughing at GTA 5 releasing a next-gen version. Well, apparently, Skyrim is not letting GTA one-up them by releasing their own next-gen version of it as a 10th anniversary edition. So it'll be available. It's essentially a next-gen upgrade for anybody who owns it on Xbox One or PS4. At least that's what I believe it is. I know for sure that is the case for. Fairly certain, not 100% sure, but I'm fairly certain that that is the case for Xbox, where essentially it'll now be enhanced for Xbox Series S, and I think the same thing goes for the PC edition as well. I think the PC edition is that if you have the special edition of Elder Scrolls V Skyrim, you essentially have this update already. You'll just get it as an update, and you'll be good and ready to go. So check it out. New reason to get into it, and there is actually one new feature that's been added. They added fishing, so if you get the next gen version of it, you'll have the added feature of fishing in Skyrim. So you got that to look forward to. Saints Row, they actually just announced, or it was just teased that a Saints Row announcement is coming up at Gamescom 2021. It is rumored to be a reboot of the franchise, which I think is kind of cool. I like the Saints Row games. They're super fun. They're GTA clones, but meant to be just more ridiculous and more crazy and out there. So it's really is just more of just go in, cause a bunch of mayhem, have fun, and that's it. So I think that's pretty cool. Be interested to see how that turns out. And then lastly, 343 Studios confirms that Halo Infinite will not have co-op or Forge at launch. They are saying that it is still coming, but they don't have any time frame in place for it. So if you were looking to have that co-op experience on day one and playing through the campaign with your friends, like you probably have done many, many times before with every other Halo game, you're not going to be able to do that this time around. We're not entirely sure why this is the case, but from their announcement, it sounded like they were saying that it had to do with the COVID shutdowns, and because of the COVID shutdowns, they had to prioritize a certain amount of work to be done, and because of how they were changing the style of game, the style of gameplay that the campaign is going to be, which is apparently it's a lot more of an open world experience, a lot less more of a linear story as previous Halo games have been. Halo Infinite is going to be more of an open world experience, and apparently they were saying that was going to cause some issues with actually being able to handle saving and some other aspects of being able to play in co-op. So they had to make some hard decisions and decided to just release at launch the solo campaign and just the regular multiplayer. So those two will definitely be available, but they are saying that co-op and Forge will be released at some point. They just don't know when. So things to keep in mind when you're actually looking to pick up Halo Infinite. So there you go. And that is your Green Squadron game support. Hope that worked for you guys. Worked great for me. So okay, on to the next thing that we're actually gonna be responding to. Call of Duty Vanguard. So Call of Duty Vanguard released a little teaser trailer on the 17th. That was essentially going to say we'll release more information later on, and they eventually released another trailer. I'm not sure if they released it via Warzone or not. I remember reading in the article that I'd read about it was that they had released it via Warzone, but you can get access to the video on YouTube as well. they released a worldwide reveal for Call of Duty Vanguard, showcasing that it is in fact in World War II. They're gonna have some very specific storylines in the campaign, which is gonna be kind of cool. And I'm sure they're probably gonna detail some stuff in the multiplayer. So let's just go ahead and get into it, and yeah, let's check it out. Call of Duty Vanguard.
The whole world is burning. Sometimes the only way to put out the flames is with more fire.
Okay. Not sure that's accurate, but okay. So we're in World War II, obviously. Sledgehammer Games production. That's actually kind of interesting. Eastern Front. Oh, hold on. They said the Eastern Front. Did they say the African Front? Yeah, North Africa. Oh, I actually missed that. It must have been up for like a second. I saw the desert, so obviously it was going to be North Africa, but I do find that interesting. So, North Africa. Eastern Front. So, Russia. Western Front.
Right, lads, listen up. I might trade you all for this.
Also, that guy kind of sounded like McTavish. I might be wrong on that, but he sounded a bit like McTavish. Did that ever happen?
War, Arthur. There's no curtain call for bravery.
Bravery's what comes after, not what you were in the moment.
Target locked. Dropping bomb.
I wonder if they're even gonna have. So, I haven't really seen a lot of gameplay so far. Mainly, all I've seen is like story, cutscenes, cinematics. Cool, very cool. So it seems like they're gonna have like a very story-driven campaign. I like that. I like that a lot. The piloting stuff, though, looks. I mean, they spent quite a few scenes focusing on fighter pilots, particularly in the Pacific Front. Are they going to add planes? Are people going to be flying planes in Call of Duty? That's going to be kind of interesting. Every front.
Whatever we do it together.
Yeah, this man is dead. Let me guess. He finds a parachute in midair. I could just see the rest of the cutscene now in my head. He finds a random parachute midair, is able to pull the ripcord, and there you go. November 5th is when it is coming out.
Pre-order now and get early access to the open beta. Digital pre-orders get instant access to the Night Raid, Mastercraft, and Black Ops, Cold War, and Warzone.
And of course they're gonna have tie-ins to Warzone and whatnot. So it's mainly a cinematic trailer. Nothing really crazy to garner from it other than just it looks like it's gonna be very cinematic. Looks like it's gonna be a very heavy story-driven campaign. Which, I mean, to be fair, I like. I have generally speaking preferred the the overall campaigns of Call of Duty over Battlefield, but I just look at this and this just makes me want to play Battlefield. It just makes me want to get back into Battlefield some more, because I get... Battlefield 5 has given me more than enough World War II shooting experience, and I enjoy it. Also, I do find it's pretty interesting that I think they're now doing a try... Like, they used to have an interesting dual year setup where 1 year Infinity Ward would release a game, and the next year Treyarch would release a game, and they'd go back and forth and back and forth. But it looks like Sledgehammer Games is starting to get their own, starting to get inserted into that yearly release now, where now they've got 3 dev teams creating a Call of Duty every year. You've got Infinity Ward creating one, Treyarch creating another, and now Sledgehammer Games creating their own. Which is, I don't know if Sledgehammer Games has done... I think they have, actually. Let me double check that. We're going to lose the video for a second. Yeah, co-developed with Infinity Ward for Modern Warfare 3, which means they probably did some of the DLC. Maybe they helped out with some of the stuff in terms of like multiplayer. They did Advanced Warfare. Okay. That was their first full game. Then they did Call of Duty World War II. And now they're doing Call of Duty Vanguard. Which this looks like they are going to be doing that one. This one's... Oh, no. They were assisting Treyarch and Raven Software. Right. Treyarch did Black Ops Cold War with Raven Software? What was Raven Software doing in this? Which, that's actually a name I haven't thought of in a long time. I remember I used to see them a whole lot more back in the day. But yeah, I mean, it looks good. Cinematically, anyway. The campaign will be fun. Not really a lot else to say. It's just World War II stuff. World War II setting. So you're going to have World War II weapons and all the other good stuff. It'll be good. I'm sure it'll be somewhat good. I just don't think it'll be better. At least for me, I don't think it'll be better than Battlefield. I think Battlefield 5 is going to be my go-to for my World War II shooter, and Battlefield 2042 is going to be my go-to. I'm kind of done with Call of Duty. Again, I know I've probably said this before, but there was a while where I was fed up with Call of Duty actually releasing a game every year, and I got back into it with Infinity Ward, or with Infinite Warfare, and then I got Modern Warfare and Black Ops, and I'm now Call of Duty'd out. I'm done with it. I can take a break. I don't need to be dealing with Call of Duty anymore for at least a while, for a couple of years. So, sorry, Call of Duty. I don't need you right now, even though you're coming out with a new game. But yeah, sorry guys. Okay, I think we're set up and ready to go. The next thing we're checking out is the Metroid Dread Story trailer. I think that's the only thing. That's the only way that I can actually describe it. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's the same as the Metroid that they released in, or that the announcement that they released, but I believe it is. So I'm actually interested to see how this is going to turn out, because I'm very interested to get into that. I enjoyed the original Metroid and Super Metroid. Never got into anything after the Super Metroid game, so like I never played Prime or any of those other Metroids that happened on the GameCube and the Wii, but I'm definitely very interested to get back into this game, and I really enjoyed Metroid beating a game, so I hope this is actually going to be pretty good. Yeah, okay. Yeah, just from looking at that, that's definitely the assets and animation from the new game that they just announced back in July or June, so I'm excited already. So the Galactic Federation received a troubling transmission that suggested something else. Oh, that's right.
Entering the atmosphere in T-minus 10. 3, 2, 1.
Is that it? No, that's not it. So Samus crash lands on this planet? Is this what I'm getting from this? And that's it. Wow, okay, yeah, they're not kidding about it being... Wow, that's a pretty minimalistic story trailer. Yeah, that is kind of interesting. It's very, very text-heavy exposition about kind of what's happening, and my guess is that this is essentially the opening cutscene to the game. At least that's what it feels like, anyway. This looks very Nintendo-esque in terms of like how they tend to start off some of these games. So my bet is that what we've actually just seen is actually the intro to the game, which is kind of cool. I mean, you get to see a little bit about it. So basically, there's been some discovery of a new. It's essentially a new Metroid parasite, right? The X-Parasite, a dangerous life form capable of mimicking its prey, was thought to be extinct until they found another one. Until the Galactic Federation received troubling transmissions that suggested otherwise, right? So they found another one on a planet. They sent out some robots called EMMIs, E-M-M-I. And apparently they disappeared, and now they want Samus to find the Emmys and get rid of the this new parasite. So, yeah, not really a lot to glean off of this. Just a little backstory and lore, and essentially we got to see the intro cinematic to the game without actually having the game. So, I don't remember seeing anything else from this other than just the ominous and terrifying building? Question mark? Maybe? And I also didn't see a release date, so I'm not sure when this is coming out. When is this coming out? It looks like we don't have a release date yet for it. No, we do. October 8th. Okay. So it's coming out October 8th, at least according to Wikipedia. And, yeah. I'm definitely gonna check it out. I'm excited for a new Metroid game, and this looks like it seems to be going back to its roots in terms of how Metroid has been played in the past. So good to get that nice Metroidvania game going again. So I'm excited for it. Really, not a lot to say other than that. I mean, there's not really a lot of information to be obtained from this other than just, you know, here's some lore. So if this lore is important to you guys, awesome. But I didn't really care that much for it. I just enjoyed the games. The gameplay was really what I cared about, so yeah. So the last thing we're going to be going over is the Pokemon Presents event. It's an event, right? Yeah, it's a digital event, essentially. So, yeah. So they're going to be going over the Pokemon Black and White remasters, as well as the new Pokemon Arceus game, which I think it'll be actually kind of interesting to see what they have to show. So let's just go ahead and delve into it.
Hello everyone, I'm Utsunomiya from the Pokemon Company. Today, I'm happy to share with you our latest updates on a number of games. First, we'd like to share some news about Pokemon's first strategic team battle game, Pokemon Unite.
Okay, so information
The
about
Nintendo
Pokemon Unite.
Switch version of the game has already been released, and the release
Yeah.
of the mobile version has now been set for September 22nd.
Yay.
In anticipation of the mobile version launch, pre-registration has begun today on the App Store and Google Play Store. Nintendo Switch and mobile device users can play together in Pokemon Unite. We hope as many people as possible will be able to enjoy playing it together. Players will also receive special gifts in their game based on the number of people who pre-registered for the mobile version, thanks to a special campaign happening now. We hope
Okay.
you'll all pre-register and look forward to the mobile release. Players who are quick to jump in with the Nintendo Switch version that has already been released can also receive Zeraora's Unite license as a launch bonus. The Unite license can also be used in the mobile version by linking accounts.
Of course.
And finally, I'd like to give you all a preview of some of the Pokemon that are slated to join.
Do we actually have any information on whether or not Nintendo actually has a fully unified central account, like Xbox or PlayStation? I always feel like they have for like the last couple years since the Switch came out, but when he says stuff like that, you have to link accounts with your mobile and your Switch, makes me question that. So, yeah. Okay.
In future updates.
Manoswine, new Pokemon for Pokemon Unite, which, I mean, I don't care because it's one of the newer ones that I'm not familiar with. Sylveon, again, new Pokemon from one of the newer series that I'm not familiar with, so for me, I don't particularly care that much. Give me some of the OG Pokemon, damn it.
More from Pokemon Unite in the future.
Get me new Pokemon from like Gen 1, 2, or 3, please. I'd love that.
Now, I'd like to share some news about a few of our other games.
Pokemon Cafe Mix? What?
Pokemon Cafe Mix is getting a revamp, and with it, a new title.
Wait.
Pokemon Cafe Remix.
What? First of all, what game is this? I haven't even heard of this game, number one. Number two, did they just say it's getting a new name and then they released it and it's the same name? Am I going crazy? I can't be going crazy, right? Oh, okay. Pokemon Cafe Mix to Pokemon Cafe. Okay.
Pokemon Cafe Mix is getting a revamp, and with it, a new title.
Remix.
Pokemon
Okay.
Cafe
Okay.
Remix.
They added 2 letters to the title.
The puzzles have been refreshed with the addition of new elements with which you can mix, link, and blast puzzle icons.
Okay. So not the same name. This looks like a. This looks essentially like a Pokemon Candy Crush.
Designs of Pokemon new to Pokemon Cafe Remix and new dress-up options. You'll also find more ways of growing and developing your staff Pokemon, so this renewed
What is this
collection is
on?
sure
I've never
to be
even heard of
something
this.
that can be enjoyed for years to come. Pokemon Cafe Remix will open its doors this fall.
On what? Is it the Switch? Is it mobile? What is it? Hold on. I'm now very curious because I've never heard of this. Pokemon Cafe Mix. Is this mobile or is this for Nintendo Switch? And so it is both. I've not actually heard of this at all, and it's a free. Okay, a free to start. What does that mean? Free to start versus. What does that actually mean? Free to start, as in do you have to pay for it, but you can start it, kind of like what they're doing with or what they were doing years ago with WoW, where you could like play for like the first 30 levels or something like that. Except, how would this work? Like you get the first so many puzzles, and then you've got to pay. I'm curious. Okay, sorry. I was just curious where it actually is. Pokemon Masters EX 2-year anniversary. Again, another game I'm not familiar with.
Pokemon Masters EX celebrates its 2-year anniversary. Dynamaxing is here! Signasuit Leon has arrived, and he's partnered up with Eternatus. Team up with brothers Leon and Hob to face Eternatus in the legendary event currently underway.
This looks like another. This looks like a
To celebrate the 2-year anniversary of Pokemon
Fire
Masters
Emblem
EX,
Heroes
players
type of
will get
game.
the chance to scout up to 100 sync pairs at no cost. Plus, 3 different legendary events are returning at once, meaning players can team up with 3 legendary Pokemon. N will be returning in a special outfit as part of a Master Sync pair. N and his Pokemon are able to target all opponents with their attacks. Look forward to seeing N as well as other 2-year anniversary sync pairs soon. Then, starting in September, a new story arc unfolds. Villainous organizations are stirring once more as the story takes a darker turn. You won't want to miss it. We have plenty of other events and exciting content planned as well, so come join us in celebration of this special anniversary. Also, if you log into the game after this presentation, you can receive
It's a mobile game.
of 3,000 gems as our newest campaign begins. You won't want to miss it.
Okay, hold on. This is another game I have not heard of. So I just want to check this out. Pokemon Masters EX. Is this just a mobile game or? Gosh, where's the Wikipedia? Yeah, Android, iOS. It's a mobile game. I've not actually heard of this. I would have thought I would have heard it because this looks like almost like a Fire Emblem Heroes type of game, but with Pokemon, and it looks like it's a battle game. That is interesting. I've not heard of this at all. I suppose this is what happens when I don't pay attention to Nintendo as a mobile developer. So, yeah. Pokemon Go. More new Pokemon for Pokemon Go.
Which is celebrating its 5th anniversary, will have Pokemon that were
Fifth
first
anniversary.
in the Galar region
Wow.
appearing in the wild. The Ultra Unlock Part 3 Sword and Shield event will begin on August 20th, 2021 at 10 a.m. local time.
So essentially, a new generation of Pokemon is going to be coming up.
Squavit and Phalanx during the event. The legendary Pokemon Zacian and Zamazenta will also be appearing in 5-star raids.
So that's definitely from Sword and Shield.
Pokemon originally discovered in the Galar region has something to do with the mischievous tricks of a certain mythical Pokemon. Be sure to take part in these events and discover the truth behind these curious appearances. Your adventures in the real world will only continue to grow in Pokemon Go.
So we're going to see a whole new series of people walking into doors and things like that, going into areas where they probably shouldn't be going to because there's Pokemon around. Great. Yet another reason for people to be walking out in public, just staring at their phones and not actually watching where they're going. This is going to be great.
Next up, we have some news about the Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Pokemon Shining Pearl games.
There we go. That's what I'm waiting for. I love how they have to have this added in. Not actual gameplay footage. Yeah, for anyone who's familiar with the games at all, yeah, we know this is not actual gameplay footage. Thank you. Oh, and it's on the Switch. Nice. I like that. I like that a lot. Oh, there. It's very nice to meet you. Welcome to the world of Pokemon. Your own tale of grand adventure is about to unfold. No. It's not actual gameplay footage. This is actually kind of cool. So it looks like it's just a full remaster, or remake, sorry, of the original Pokemon Black and White. So I think that's pretty cool. You can put stickers on your Pokeballs. Oh, and they're bringing back, well, not bringing back, but you know, I remember they added this, the pageants or the competitions like that, where there were more of like talent shows and pageants and whatnot in I think it was Ruby and Sapphire. Interesting. So interesting that they're actually continuing with that. Interesting. Team Galactic took my... What? What happened to Team Rocket? Okay. Okay. So we got a release date. Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl releasing on November 19th, 2021. Pre-orders are already available. My guess is it's full price. Which, to be fair, it looks like it's a full remake. So I think that's kind of worth it. Particularly as, like, I know I didn't experience the games originally. Like, I never had a DS, so I missed out on all the Pokemon that came after. So this is Diamond and Pearl. I thought this was Black and White, but instead it is, in fact, Diamond and Pearl. So looks good. I definitely wanna pick these up. At least one up. I don't need both. So. Let's see if there's anything else.
The release of Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Pokemon Shining Pearl is now just 3 months away. Let's review the main points of these revitalized games.
He's calling them revitalized, but they look like they were... Yeah. Here's the original. It was a 2D top-down. The new one looks like it's outright 3D, 2.5D type of situation. Still, essentially, it's a 2D, but now it's a 3D rendered 2D environment.
After 15 years, Pokemon Diamond and Pokemon Pearl have been reborn into Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Pokemon Shining Pearl.
Something that I'm thinking about now, why did they start with Diamond and Pearl? Like, why not actually make a Pokemon game that's essentially all of them, all of the Game Boy versions remastered or completely remade, starting with, red, then gold, red and blue, then gold and silver, then, Ruby, Sapphire, Diamond, Pearl, Black and White 2. Have them all in one game as a remake or a remaster. Yeah, that's interesting. Interesting that they're only doing Diamond and Pearl, and they're starting with Diamond and Pearl, so that's kind of interesting.
This adventure takes place in the Sinnoh region, a land rich in nature with towering Mount Coronet at its heart. As the protagonist, you'll adventure across the region, catching wild Pokemon and making new friends as you strive to complete your Pokedex. Along with your partner Pokemon, you'll overcome the gym leaders of each area and aim to become the champion. You'll also encounter traces of the Sinnoh region's myths, passed down through the generations, and unravel the truth behind their mysteries. This is Professor Rowan, who entrusts you with a Pokemon. He's a famous professor researching Pokemon evolution. This is your childhood friend and rival. He hones his skills as a Pokemon trainer through your friendly rivalry.
Okay. So he's the Gary of this version.
Rourke is one of the gym leaders you'll take on during your journey. He uses Rock-type Pokemon. Everywhere you look, Team Galactic is up to something. There appears to be some sort of lofty goal behind all their audacious activity. Cynthia is investigating myths about Pokemon. She's a mysterious person who shows up at many points along your journey. Gameplay features from Pokemon Diamond and Pokemon Pearl have been revamped and powered up for these new games.
Okay.
In the Grand Underground, you can participate in a number of activities, such as digging up fossils or creating your own secret base and decorating it with Pokemon statues. There are also places down there called Pokemon Hideaways, which didn't exist in Pokemon Diamond and Pokemon Pearl.
That's cool. That's a new feature.
The Pokemon that appear in the Pokemon Hideaways will change depending on which statues you have placed in your secret base.
Interesting.
Some of the Pokemon living in the Sinnoh region can only be found in this place, so be sure to fully explore the Grand Underground.
And let's be honest, this looks like here's a way to get Pokemon from previous games in Diamond and Pearl. Because I look at the vast majority of them, they all look like they're Pokemon from previous generations before Diamond and Pearl. Everything from Ruby and Gold and Silver and the original Red and Blue. So interesting way to include those Pokemon from those generations in the game.
You'll collect on your adventure to customize the effects that appear when Pokemon spring out of Pokeballs, such as confetti or fireworks. By collecting stickers at various locations along your journey and decorating with them, you can make your Pokemon battles even more fun.
So yeah, this is definitely not right in Remake.
Not available in Pokemon Diamond and Pokemon Pearl
is clothes.
Wear your favorite styles on your adventure. In Super Contest shows, your Pokemon can dance to the rhythm of the music, proudly show off a contest move, and aim for a successful show. Cooperate with your
I remember the contest shows from the original. Or not the original, but I think it was like Gold and Silver. Maybe it might have been Ruby, but
this release allows you to use not only
I remember it was an interesting little game mechanic
to interact with trainers all over the world in real time. Please enjoy battles and Pokemon.
So now I don't have to randomly try and find people IRL. I can actually trade with people online. That's a cool feature, which I'm sure has existed for a while.
Enjoy your journey through Sinnoh together with your partner Pokemon. Encounters with all kinds of people and Pokemon and the mystery behind Sinnoh's myths await you. We hope you look forward to starting an exciting adventure with new gameplay features in the Sinnoh region.
Please wait just a bit longer for the start of your adventure. But that's not all. A special Nintendo Switch Lite Dialga and Palkia Edition will also be released to celebrate the launch of these games. This special Nintendo Switch Lite is dressed up with art of the legendary Pokemon Dialga and Palkia, bringing to mind the special Nintendo DS Lite Onyx, Dialga and Palkia Edition that was released back in 2006 to align with the original game's launch. It will be available to purchase beginning November 5th, 2021. Look forward to it.
So they are pretty much done with the 3DS now, right? That is assuming, like, this is the first time I've really paid attention to Nintendo over the last couple of years. I remember when they first released the Switch, they were like, yeah, we're totally gonna keep up with the 3DS. We're totally not gonna just pour all of our attention into the Nintendo Switch. And then, yeah, now I'm coming back into this a couple years later, actually starting to pay attention back to Nintendo, and like, yep, yeah, we're done. We're done with the 2DS, the 3DS. They're gone. We're focusing purely on the Switch. It's just funny. Sorry.
Next, we have some information for you about the Pokemon Legends Arceus game.
Okay, so that's it for their information on Pokemon Diamond and Pearl remakes. I think they're pretty cool. I think they look really awesome, and I never got a chance to play them originally, so I'm actually really interested in picking them up. I think it's going to be pretty cool to check them out, and it looks like it is in fact a full remake. It's not just a remaster or a re-release on the Switch for full price. It is in fact a full-on remake, and it looks like you're going to be able to get a lot of the previous generation of Pokemon in that game through their interesting little underground mechanic thing. So that's going to be pretty cool. Hey Lou, how's it going, man? All you heard was actual gameplay footage? Yeah. I guess when you blast off at the speed of light, you aren't actually around for very long. Yeah, so they got replaced by that Team Galactica? So, I don't know. As I said, never played Pokemon Diamond or Silver. Or Diamond or whatever it is. I know what I'm getting, my brother. Nice. Very nice. Yeah. I'm very interested. I think it's going to be pretty cool.
Next, we have some information for you about the Pokemon Legends Arceus game, which is being developed by Game Freak.
Okay. This is a tale of a time long ago when the lives of human and Pokemon were still separate. Whoa. Interesting. Some low-res rock right there. Is this essentially a Breath of the Wild style Pokemon? This is a Breath of the Wild style Pokemon, okay? Also, I don't know what it is. The graphics for this seem like it was made for the 3DS and not for the Switch. Breath of the Wild looks so much better than this. Maybe I'm wrong on this, but this seems a whole lot less detailed than that of Breath of the Wild. But it looks like it's a Breath of the Wild style Pokemon, so could be pretty fun. I don't know. Interesting. So there are Pokemon battles. I thought this was before the time of humans and Pokemon kind of living together in harmony. This looks like they're living together in harmony pretty well. So that's Interesting. Yep, and it looks like they're going to have one of these Red Moon events as well that happen regularly. Oh, I think they're going to do an anime movie about it, too. Pokemon Legends Arceus. January 28th, 2022. Okay. It looks interesting.
That was the latest trailer for Pokemon Legends Arceus. Let's take a closer look at some of the elements introduced in the video.
I kind of wish they had just subtitled him versus having the guy trying to dub over him. I think I'd rather hear him talk about it in his own voice. Or see him talk about it, because I mean, obviously I don't speak Japanese, so I'd rather just read it.
Legends Arceus is a brand new title that opens new doors for the Pokemon series by fusing action with RPG elements.
Okay, and I just noticed right now, it says under their gameplay footage is not final, which makes me think that they may still be putting on some of the visual niceties to the game that are not in it quite yet, but they wanted to get a trailer out in the meantime. So okay, I'll hold my judgment for its graphical qualities until we actually get a better, final trailer.
Your adventure takes place in a region known as Hisui, during a long ago era when it was rare for people to live in harmony alongside Pokemon. Mount Coronet towers over the center of the land, with sprawling, diverse, natural environments surrounding the mountain on all sides. These different areas are home to a rich variety of Pokemon ecosystems. In the future, this land of Hisui will come to be known as the Sinnoh region. You'll set out on an adventure with the goal of completing the first ever Pokédex for the Hisui region. The bustling Jubilife Village will be the base for your adventures. It's home to the Galaxy Expedition Team, made up of people from various other regions.
And there we get Team Galaxy.
The Medical Corps, the Security Corps, and the Survey Corps, which researches Pokemon.
Yeah, there we go, the Galaxy Team.
Paddington's field of study is the ecology of Pokemon. He came to the Hisui region along with Pokemon he met in various other regions. He entrusts one of these Pokemon to you. Captain Silene is the leader of the Survey Corps. Though she may seem to treat you harshly, deep down she's your biggest supporter, and she watches over your progress with care. Commander Kamado oversees the entire Galaxy team. He's a dependable leader who has earned the unwavering trust of his team members. When the commander recognizes your knack for Pokemon research, he allows you to join the team and has you work as a member of the Survey Corps. The duty of the Survey Corps is to observe and catch Pokemon to shed light on how they live. Your survey duties hold the key to unlocking the true purpose of your adventure, and in the course of your work, you'll visit various locations within the Hisui region. Your excursions outside the village will begin by preparing at a base camp. At these camps, you'll be able to prepare for your survey work by buying items or crafting new ones from basic materials.
That is interesting.
In the Hisui region, you'll find that you'll be vulnerable to attacks from wild Pokemon. Take too much damage from their attacks and you'll black out, so use caution when you're out doing your survey work. When your Pokemon are hurt, you can return to a base camp to rest up and recover.
Okay, so base camps are going to be
Once
like
you've
Pokemon
completed
centers.
your survey assignment, return to the village and report the results to whoever requested the job. Pokemon live all over the place. Get close to them and aim carefully, then throw a Pokeball to try to catch them. You'll find that not all species of Pokemon react the same way when they spot you.
Oh, that's
For
interesting.
example, some Pokemon will immediately flee, so you'll want to hide in tall grass when you approach them. Aggressive Pokemon, on the other hand, may need to be weakened in battle. There are a variety of tricks to catching them all. Throw a Pokeball containing one of your own Pokemon near a wild Pokemon and a battle will begin. You'll find that a single Pokemon may get to act multiple times in a row, depending on
That is
its speed
very
and the
interesting.
moves that it uses. You can also choose to have Pokemon use their moves in two different styles, Strong Style and Agile Style.
Huh.
Using a move in the Strong Style will increase the move's power, but the Pokemon's action speed will be lowered. Using a move in the Agile Style will decrease the move's power, but the Pokemon's action speed will be raised. You'll find the Strong Style will come in handy when you see a chance to end a battle with one powerful move, while the Agile Style is great for situations where acting multiple times in a row will give your battle strategy a real boost. Use these different styles as the situation demands to gain the upper hand in battle.
Interesting.
When you report the results of your survey work to the professor, information will be added to the Pokédex. You can advance your research and fill in more information by doing things like catching Pokemon, seeing them use certain moves multiple times, and more. Seek out and meet lots of different Pokemon to complete that Pokédex. Now, we'd like to introduce some of the Pokemon living in the rich, natural environments that are spread out across the Hisui region. This Pokemon with distinctive antlers is known as Weirdeer. Weirdeer evolves from a Stantler that has managed to live in the harsh natural environment of the Hisui region. It has strong ties with the local people, and it has been treated with great care.
I don't know this for sure because, I mean, this is supposed to be Sinnoh, right? Which is essentially, Sinnoh was the region from Diamond and Pearl, so I'm not familiar with the region, not familiar with that generation of Pokemon, but I feel like all the Pokemon in this game we're already somewhat aware of, right? Maybe I'm wrong on this, but I don't know.
Garments made with the fur shed from its beard, tail, and legs are highly prized as warm winter clothing. This Pokemon is Basculegion. It can swim with great power. Basculin that live in the Hisui region can evolve into this Pokemon if they become possessed by the restless souls of other Basculin in their school that have perished during their journey upstream. This Pokemon gains power from the souls possessing it, letting it swim on and on without tiring.
Okay, so maybe those two aren't in, or these three aren't in the original, you know, Pokemon Diamond and Pearl, but they seem to be evolutions of existing Pokemon.
There are also Pokemon that can be found living in this land in forms that have adapted to the environment of the Hisui region. This Pokemon with its great, majestic wings is the Hisuian form of Braviary. It comes to Hisui in the winter and can imbue its screeches with psychic power to generate shockwaves. This Pokemon, which works with a partner, is the Hisuian form of Growlithe. It is a very wary Pokemon and appears to protect its territory. Hisuian Growlithe.
I was gonna say, it looked like a Growlithe.
Is an excellent insulator, allowing it to stay active and lively even in this chilly land. The horn on its head is made of rock, but it breaks easily, so Hisuian Growlithe uses it only when it'll have the greatest effect. The Pokemon Arceus holds the key to this story, but what connection does it have to your adventure? We hope you
What
look
is the
forward to
Arceus?
finding out on the the day when you can finally meet the people and Pokemon of the Hisui region for yourself.
Those were our latest updates on these new entries in the Pokemon series.
Okay, so let's just talk about Pokemon Arceus for a second. It looks like it's a interesting take at trying to, because it seems to be following a similar Pokemon formula of previous games, but they're trying to add a new twist. It looks like they're adding in elements from Breath of the Wild, but there's still a lot of elements that look like they come directly from like the main Pokemon games. Like specifically starting out, you go meet some new professor, he gives you a Pokemon, and then you go out on your Pokemon adventure, you catch Pokemon, whatever, you can battle them, you can do all sorts of things with them. But at the same time, they're doing a slightly different method where you're like part of this research team, and there's a bit more of a dedicated story where like it seems like they would want you to capture multiple of the same Pokemon so you can properly fill out your Pokedex and gather information. It looks like there's a lot more sneaking mechanics and a lot more exploration that's available. So they're definitely trying to combine a more traditional Pokemon style game with Zelda Breath of the Wild style mechanics in there as well. It looks really interesting. I'm actually looking forward to it. I think it'll be pretty good, and yeah, I don't really have a lot more to say beyond that. It just looks really interesting. An interesting new take on the Pokemon franchise, which I think is pretty cool.
Pre-orders for Pokemon Legends Arceus, Pokemon Brilliant Diamond, and Pokemon Shining Pearl will become available on Nintendo eShop after this broadcast.
Okay.
We'd also like to announce that support for these titles is planned to come to Pokemon Home, the cloud service for Nintendo Switch and compatible mobile devices in 2022. Keep an eye on our upcoming announcements for further details.
Interesting.
As for the ranked battles that so many of you continue to enjoy, these will take place as before in Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield. We hope you all have fun participating in even more competitive play in the future. Those are all the latest updates we can share with you today. We hope you're looking forward to all the exciting Pokemon adventures to come. Thank you all for tuning in and watching.
Okay, so that's actually pretty cool. I think the event overall was pretty good. You got to see some updates for. We had updates for Pokemon Unite. Got some updates for Pokemon Masters and Pokemon Remix, Pokemon Cafe Mix / Remix. Got a lot of information about the remakes. They are full-on remakes of Pokemon Diamond and Pearl, which I think is actually pretty damn cool. Although I would have liked to see them do a remake of really all of them and shove them into one game, right? Or at least maybe like from original Pokemon Red up to Diamond and Pearl and put them all in one game, but they didn't. They're only doing Diamond and Pearl, which is fine. It makes sense. Nothing wrong with that, but I would have preferred that. That's my only complaint. But I mean, other than that, I think it's pretty cool, and it'll give me a chance to actually experience it, which I have yet to experience anything after Ruby and Sapphire. So, and then of course we got a lot of information on Pokemon Arceus as well. Pokemon Legends Arceus looks like a pretty cool or pretty interesting take on a Pokemon formula by adding in Breath of the Wild mechanics, which I think is going to be an interesting and a very cool idea, and I'm actually looking forward to it. So overall, I think the event was pretty cool. We got to also we didn't just get information on them in terms of like what they actually are, but now we actually know the release dates. So November 19th for Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl is the release date, and then for Pokemon Legends Arceus, January 28th, 2022. So they're coming up pretty soon. Holiday season. Interesting. That's actually an interesting time to release. Nintendo normally releases most of their Pokemon stuff in holiday season 2020, so this is technically after holiday season. So that is actually kind of an interesting release date choice. So I think that's pretty cool. I don't really have a lot of complaints. I think the event was interesting. My only other complaint is that I wish that the guy presenting / hosting it was actually that he wasn't dubbed over, that he was in fact subbed, and I could actually hear him talk using his own voice in his own native language, and I could just read the subtitles. So I think that's my only real complaint, and it's a very minor one. So I think it's pretty cool. I liked all the announcements, and I think it's a pretty good event. A lot of information coming out. So yeah, that's really it for Green Squadron TV tonight. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate you guys being here. If you guys are watching on YouTube and or Odyssey, be sure to give a like and subscribe. And thank you guys so much for being here. We are going to continue the stream after this. I'm going to be heading into some Battlefield 5, hanging out, shooting things, and just enjoying that lovely, lovely World War II shooter. So thank you guys so much for being here. Have a great night. I will hopefully see you guys later on in the stream, and potentially later on next week. Yeah, this is Green Leader signing out.